I'm an executive coach and I specialise in supporting individual leaders and leadership teams to have a positive impact on their organisation's performance, particularly how their own behaviour impacts on the culture of the organisation and the engagement and motivation of people within that organisation. So I tend to work with, as a coach, one-to-one coach, I often work with people who are knocking on the door of the C-suite, who have maybe been successful in a functional expertise and who are now working or moving into into a more strategic role and needing to look broader, more strategically, and to develop relationships more broadly than just within their function, and to help them to increase their impact and their influence in a more strategic context. I also work with whole groups of people, leadership teams, or whole organisations who are looking to understand how they can make their culture more consistent with what they say who they say they are as an organisation and what they want to achieve as an organisation. I've had a career in corporate multinationals in the human resources and organisational development field. So I have worked primarily for technology related organisations. I was European Director of Organisational Development at Sony in the electronics business, and I was Director of Organisational Development at 3 in the telecoms business. So a kind of range of sort of HR and organisational development roles. So I help people to tap into who they are as a leader, and that means integrating the kind of head, the heart and the gut, and really showing up as their best self in their leadership role. I take quite a systemic approach, and what I mean by that is I help people to understand what are the kind of dynamics that are going on in the organisation around them, help to illuminate some of the sort of under the surface stuff, so that they can understand how better to manage themselves in those situations, but also to understand how the systems or human systems that they've been part of in the past, their families, their previous organisations, other systems, have impacted the way they are, and how that then shows up today in the organisation.